stole my heart of gold after my silver soul. Can you dig any deeper?
In this series, we will see how you can do development using cloud computers. What's up, Zoomers? Today in this video, we will see how you can do your daily development using cloud computers, or virtual machine. This is particularly useful if you're having a low-end computer. This video is divided into various parts, and as we move towards the end of the video, you will know how you can set up a virtual machine on Microsoft Azure, how can you connect to it using SSH, how you can create an SSH tunnel, how you can install various tools and libraries that you need for your development, how you can install the IDEs and text editor that you need for the cloud development. This is the first part of the video where I will guide you on how you can create a virtual machine on Microsoft Azure. So without wasting much time, let's dive into the video. So I'm going to open up a browser. Now from here, we will go to the portal.azure.com. Remember one thing, before visiting this site, you need to create an Azure account. You can start with their free trial, and when you're done with creating the account and logging into it, you can visit this site and you will get this kind of interface. Now, in order to create a cloud computer or virtual machine, you need to go to this option, virtual machines. If you're not getting this option, you can simply search here, virtual machine, and then you will get this option called virtual machines. So you just need to click on it. Now you can see that I already have one machine, so I will click on this button to create another one. So you just need to click on this add button and click on the virtual machine. After that, you will get this kind of interface, and now we will start working on filling this form. So first of all, you need to select a resource group. So you can select anyone. So I will just go with any resource group, let's say in our hackathon. And over here you need to pick a name for your virtual machine. So I will say random. You can pick any virtual machine name you want. Now again, in the region, make sure to select your nearest region possible, because if you're in India and if you're selecting a country like US, then you will get low ping. So basically that will cause you lagness when you start working with the SSH. So now we will not change this option, then we will not fill this option as well. Now look for this image. Now if you click on the see all images, it will give you the various options available on Microsoft Azure. So I am just going to go with the Ubuntu 1804, but just to show you guys, you can see there are various different options for the operating system. So I will cut it because I am just going to go with the default one. Now when you click on this size, now over here you will get the option of size. Now you can see that by default selection is 2 vCPUs and 4 GB RAM. So for this video, I don't really need this much CPU and memory, so I will click on the see all sizes. Now again, if you want a computer, if you want to just run the text editor and like the code server that we will show you in the later part of the video, you can start with 1 GB of RAM. So over here I will go with the V1s, which contains 1 vCPU and 1 GB of RAM. Now I will select this one. And now over here you can select the authentication method, so SSH public key or the password. So I will go with the password. So over here we will give a username, so let's say, now for the password we will select a password here, so let's just pick any password you want. Now over here you will get this option, public inbound ports, make sure to allow selected ports. And then over here we are going to allow the SSH port only, because we are going to use the SSH tunneling to connect to the different ports. Now you just need to click on next, next, again next, again next, next, and then review and create. After that you will get the cost that you need to pay. So in my case I need to pay about 0.8 INR per hour. So I'll click on the create button, and this button will start creating your virtual machine. So it can take up a while, so let's just wait for a while. Now you will get this kind of interface, and you can see our deployment is in the progress. So again, it will take some time, so let's just give it some time. Once it's done, you can click on this go to resource, and when you go to the resource over here, this is your virtual machine. Now you can see the name of your virtual machine here, and this is the various information regarding your virtual machine. Now the first thing that we will do is configure a DNS name, because if we do not configure the DNS name, you need to use the public IP address, which is also fine, but I will do it so that I don't have to remember this IP address and I can remember the name. So I'll click on this DNS configure. Now over here we will click on the static, because we need a static IP address, and then click on this DNS label name, and over here we will provide any name, let's say random. Now you can see this is a valid name, or you can say it is available. So we will click on this save button. So once you do it, your public IP address and along with the DNS name will be saved. So once it's done, you can click on this overview button, and when you get the same interface, now you will see that you have the DNS name. So now you can actually use this DNS name to connect with the SSH that will be covered in the later. So now you can see this is the information about your virtual machine. So that's it for this particular part. Now Rishi will take over and he will show you how you can connect to it and create an SSH tunnel and do various operations.